Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new video, a product review video. The first of its kind, because XPPen did send me this Deco Pro MW Generation 2 drawing tablet. It arrived like a week ago, and I've been testing it behind the scenes, and I think I've posted a few videos of me using the pen, although you can't see me use it. But it did come in. I think the MW is the smallest size. Technically, I think it's more of a medium size. It is bigger than my Wacom Intuos Pro S. The box, I'm not sure if the contents of this box is the same as the large one and the extra large one. But it came in nice and neat. Super happy with it. My first ever, well, not my first ever, but it is, again, my second pen tablet. I have like one pen tablet, the Wacom Intuos Pro S, and two pen displays, the XPPen 13.3 Pro and the 22E Pro. When it comes to the box, I actually skipped the manuals because the setup is so simple. Here you can see the actual tablet. I think it's supposed to resemble like an A5 sized paper. And you do see on the right hand side the pen case. I actually thought they gave me like a scratched tablet, but turns out there is a screen protector that you have to, like a plastic cover that you have to remove. The pen case, by the way, is amazing. It's a jump up from the previous XP pens I've had. It's more professional looking. It really does deserve the word pro. Unlike the previous versions, honestly. There is a Bluetooth version of this, or you can use this via Bluetooth, but I'm not really into that sort of thing. It does come with, this is the screen you have to, a plastic cover you have to remove. It does come with two cables, the USB-C to USB-C and the USB-C to, the standard USB cable, which I do use because I don't have like a USB port in my laptop. You also have like a keypad thing, which I don't use, although I do like the ring sort of thing because you do hear a clicking sound. It does feel more analog that way. It's very similar to my XPPen 13.3 Pro, the way it sounds, the way it feels. It does come with a glove, which I'm using now actually. For the manuals, again, I just skipped it because I don't really need, the setup is just so simple. And maybe it's because I already have like previous XPPen products, so the software, the installer for this thing is already in, so there's no need for like thinking about anything, right? So yeah, if you have USB-C, I think it's more common nowadays. It has like an L shape, so meaning it's not protruding outward. Like if you're worried about the wiring, they do have a nice L-shaped shape to it, so it looks more neat when you actually set your tablet up. Obviously, you can charge the ThinkPad, but again, I don't really use it because I'm more of a keyboard kind of guy. The keypad does feel a lot like my standard sort of default keyboard from Dell. You can see it right here. So it's not bad. It feels normal, although the quality is not as high as the actual tablet and pen. I think for the pen case, and the actual tablet, it's way higher and more professional looking. So as you can see, you can click, or you have to actually click it to open, and that's very neat. Although I did notice something when I opened this pen case. It's a nice feature, by the way, hearing the clicking sound, and the feel of the pen case is it's so nice to look at and feel. And the logo, by the way, is nice too. It's new, and oh shit, I forgot to show it. So yeah, I thought they sent me like a broken, scratched up piece, but I had to remove the cover. So the underside of the tablet is actually like white or light gray, which is interesting. I assumed it would be just as black as the actual workspace area, but yeah. So I actually thought, here you can see me kind of looking at it, and I was like, oh shit, like did they send me like a broken sort of turns out I saw that kind of end thing there, and I was like, oh shit, I just had to remove the freaking screen cover. And you might actually hear some ASMR stuff here, but look at that beautiful thing. Oh, it's so smooth, but it's so matte. It has that really matte feel to it. It's very sort of smooth, sleek. just a sexy looking tablet, really. And there are no buttons. I mean, maybe on the side, but for like you would have to use like a keypad for it, or the short keypad thing that comes with the tablet, or your actual keyboard, right? It's really just meant to be kind of its own thing, which I do like. It's just more minimalistic, very sleek, and I do like the curve in the bottom part. I think it's supposed to be ergonomic, so it doesn't interfere with your wrist. For me, I do use a stand. You can see kind of in the background, I do have my Wacom Windows Pro S. It's elevated via a stand. So that's typically how I use my pen tablet. And look at how smooth it is, right? Oh, by the way, side note, your fingerprints will show. It's just, it kind of, I'm not sure why it does that, but it doesn't affect the experience, but it does, like visually look, if you're gonna see some sweaty hands or fingerprints in your thing. So just wipe it off once in a while. But I think it's sort of a con, but there are more pros because it's just very nice to use and to look at, and it's just nice to touch and kind of sort of not abuse, but you know. And yeah, the logo is different. I'm not sure when they changed it. I do like this logo a bit more. It's more compact and more sexy. I do like the way they did the X. It's kind of like, oh, look at how it's so like sexy, right? That's me kind of zooming in and showing you it's so matte, like it's so, I don't even know what to say. It's so beautiful. Right? I do recommend the MW version because I don't really think you need the larger ones. Maybe if you have like a bigger monitor or higher resolution laptop, or this is me using the stand. I'm actually reusing the stand that comes with my XPPen 13.3 Pro. It's kind of like, it only has one level, but it works. I do like it. That's how I use my pen tablet because it's just easier on my arm and my wrist. Having to the kind of elevated level, it just feels so natural for me. And maybe it's because my chair is kind of short, so it kind of interrupts the table. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, that's how I typically work. So yeah, for the pen case, I think I'll be opening it again. Hopefully you can hear the clicking sound, but yeah, it does come with some extra nibs. You can see like the thing to replace the nibs with, but unfortunately XPPen sort of they did not give me like the extra four, the standard nibs that kind of comes with the pen, like 4 extra nibs of that type. They gave me just the felt ones, the white ones. Usually they will give all 8, but I'm not sure why they left the they should have done some quality control, man, and double checked, but it's kind of sad. But there's supposed to be pen nibs there, so hopefully XPPen sort of checks that out. But the pen case is great, but obviously the stylus is even more greater, right? And as someone who's had a couple of pens now, the Wacom Intuos Pro S Pen, the pen for my 13.3 Pro, the pen for my XPPen 22E Pro, this one is, I would say it's on par with the Wacom Intuos Pro S. That tablet has been with me for like years now, and I think they have the same quality. It has a different feel to it. I do love how 2/3 of it is about rubber, so it's very sort of it's easy to hold. It's not plasticky like my 2 other XP pens, you know, for the 13.3 Pro and the 22E Pro. You can see those 2 pens on top, the first and second one. Going from top to bottom, those are the 2 XP pens. The second one from the last, or second one from below, that's my Wacom Intuos Pro S Pen. And yeah, the difference is so clear. The 2 first ones, it's so plasticky. It doesn't feel as professional. I mean, it works sometimes, but the feel is just different for the Wacom Intuos Pro S, and definitely the new XPPen pen for this tablet it's just in a different level. I mean, look at this thing. It's so smooth. Oh shit. Okay, so it's focusing now. It's just so smooth to look at, and the feel, the look, like it makes you want to draw and paint, you know. So I do recommend this, but I highly doubt that you need the larger sizes for most people anyway. Maybe for a professional, or maybe if you have like, again, a larger monitor, higher resolution sort of screen. sure, but I think for most people the MW is a perfect size. But then again, I have my own experiences, so it may differ for your people. So this is me trying to use my 22E Pro. And this, I'm actually pretty used to using a pen display, and I think I was trying to test out the pen pressure and see the difference. So I'm not sure what I was doing here. Okay, this is the stylus. I'm trying to draw with it. Where is it? Come on, show me the stroke. Sorry, show me the strokes. Look at how thin it gets. Now, when it comes to the 16,000 pressure levels, obviously that's the main sort of a hook line that they have for this tablet. Do you need 16,000 levels for a beginner artist? I don't think so, but for intermediate to above, it is a different experience, especially if you're someone who's had a couple of tablets. I actually did set mine way above to the softer side because it's just, for me, it was too strong. I mean, I liked it. I do like having that choice, but for most of my like studies or any kind of artwork, I don't need that much pen pressure. But it's nice to have. It's definitely noticeable. It's way more sensitive than my Wacom Intuos Pro S. Because of all the tablets I've had, that pen tablet was the most, in my experience, sensitive. So I'm glad XPPen was able to at least, catch up. And I think it is one of the big boys now, kind of like Huayon. I know Huayon is kind of in the same category too, but I think Wacom needs to. Obviously, it's a different brand. It's known for being like quality, but also extremely expensive. Yeah, for my 22E Pro, I do set the pen pressure pretty high as well because I don't like using too much pen pressure. So here, I think I was using my stylus a little more. Look at how maxed out it is. And even within Clip Studio Paint, I do have the pen pressure high as well because in Clip Studio Paint, you have like an in-house pen pressure sort of a setting that you can play with. It's just easier on your hand, and if you're heavy-handed, I'm not sure if this will change anything, but for someone who's kind of soft-handed, this is kind of a... It's nice to have, but again, do you need 16,000? It's just great to have, I guess, for a pro version anyway. So yeah, I guess that's it for this product review. That's what you get in the box. Again, I'm not sure if you get something different in the bigger versions like the LW. Look at the difference in line weight there, right? Oh my god, look, it's so sexy. But anyway, yeah, that's for the MW. Again, for the LW and the XLW, because it's supposed to represent the A4 and A3 size. I'm not sure if they have more stuff in it, but for the MW, which XPPen sent me, it's pretty straightforward, and like you don't even have to. Again, I never even used the manuals. It's so simple to kind of just plug in. And as someone who's not into the whole Bluetooth stuff, I kind of just skipped that whole part and just plug in the cables and shit. And I think it is a great replacement for me because I did switch out to the Wacom Intuos Pro S that I usually use with this XPPen Deco Pro Generation 2 tablet. So that's it. That's what you get in the box for this product. And yeah, I hope it helps in some way. And I'll do more sort of quick product reviews of this thing, doing demos and stuff. And I have been using it for a week, and I do like the way it feels. It is a bit more... It is matte, the same way my 22E Pro is matte, but there is some texture with this one. It does feel like... I think they tried to simulate a kind of paper texture to give it that sort of traditional, natural feel. And I'm actually used to having like a glass matte, but glass feel, so my pen nib sort of glides through the tablet. That's what I'm used to. So having to feel that texture was a bit of a new thing for me. It's not bad in any way. It just, I felt like I was going back to traditional. So it's a very interesting feeling doing digital art, but having that feeling of, the tactile traditional vibe, right? So yeah, just expect that. And yeah, so hopefully this helps you in some way. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!